Jacob dwelt in the land of his father's sojournings, the land of Canaan. So the generations of Jacob, when Joseph was 17 years old, being a shepherd, he was with his brothers with the flocks. And he was a lad and was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought evil tales about them to their father. Israel loved Joseph more than all his sons because he was a son of his old age. And he made him a fine woolen coat. And his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, so they hated him. They could not speak with him peacefully. And Joseph dreamed a dream, told his brothers, and they continued to hate him. And he said to them, "Listen now to this dream, which I have dreamed. Behold, we were binding sheaves in the midst of the field, and behold, my sheaf arose and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves encircled it and prostrated themselves to my sheaf." So his brothers said to him, "Will you reign over us, or will you govern us?" And they continued further to hate him on account of his dreams and on account of his words. And he again dreamed another dream, and he related it to his brothers, and he said, "Behold, I have dreamed another dream, and behold, the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars were prostrating themselves to me." And he told it to his father and to his brothers, and his father rebuked him and said to him, "What is this dream that you have dreamed? Will we come, I, your mother, and your brothers, to prostrate ourselves to you to the ground?" So his brothers envied him, but his father awaited the matter. And his brothers went to pasture their father's flocks in Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, "Are your brothers not pasturing in Shechem? Come and I will send you to them." And he said to him, "Here I am." So he said to him, "Go now and see to your brother's welfare, and the welfare of the flocks, and bring me back word." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. Then a man found him, and behold, he was straying in the field, and the man asked him, saying, "What are you looking for?" And he said, "I am looking for my brothers. Tell me now, where are they pasturing?" The man said, "They have traveled away from here, for I overheard them say, 'Let us go to Dathan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers, and he found them in Dathan. And they saw him from afar, and when he had not yet drawn near to them, they plotted against him to put him to death. So they said one to another, "Behold, that dreamer is coming. So now let us kill him, and we will cast him into one of the pits, and we will say, 'A wild beast devoured him.' We will see what will become of his dreams." Well, Reuben heard, and he saved him from their hands, and he said, "Let us not deal him a deadly blow." And Reuben said to them, "Do not shed blood. Cast him into this pit, which is in the desert, but do not lay a hand upon him, in order to save him from their hands, to return him to his father." Now it came to pass, when Joseph came to his brothers, that they stripped Joseph of his shirt and of the fine woolen coat which was upon him. And they took him and cast him into the pit. Now the pit was empty, there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat a meal, and they lifted their eyes and saw, and behold, a caravan of Ishmaelites was coming from Gilead, and their camels were carrying spices, balm, and lotus, going to take it down to Egypt. And Judah said to his brothers, "What is the gain if we slay our brother and cover up his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, but our hand shall not be upon him, for he is our brother, our flesh." And his brothers hearkened. Then Midianite men, merchants, passed by, and they pulled and lifted Joseph from the pit, and they sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 silver pieces, and they brought Joseph to Egypt. And Reuben returned to the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, so he rent his garments. And he returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is gone, and where will I go?" And they took Joseph's coat, and they slaughtered a goat, They dipped the coat in the blood, and they sent the fine woolen coat, and they brought it to their father, and they said, "We have found this. Now recognize whether it is your son's coat or not." He recognized it, and he said, "It is my son's coat. A wild beast has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn up." And Jacob rent his garments, and he put sackcloth on his loins, and he mourned for his son many days. And all his sons and all his daughters arose to console him, but he refused to be consoled. For he said, "Because I will descend on account of my son as a mourner to the grave," and his father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him to Egypt, to Potiphar, Pharaoh's chamberlain, chief of the slaughterers.